It was really a weird, like, just to think how, like, I'm going to throw again because you've just been, like, so immobilized for that long, and it's just, wow.
Welcome to episode 183 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. It's been a long road back to the diamond for Dax Wandler. The Brooks Bombers infielder last appeared in the Western Canadian Baseball League back in 2019, where he hit .242 with a home run and 5 runs batted in for his hometown team. He needed shoulder surgery following that season and hit some roadblocks as he tried to return. The 5'10", 160-pound COVID freshman is finally back on the field and hoping to turn some heads so he can catch on with a collegiate program this fall. Wandler checked in with us a couple of weeks back to walk us through his baseball journey, the recuperation from his injury, and much more. Dax, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
First off, what was it like from your perspective finally getting onto the field to open up the WCBL season?
It was a bit nerve-wracking. I haven't been on the field for, I'd say, 2 years now, and yeah, I just a bunch of nerves. But at the end of the day, I was like, it's just a game of baseball, know it by heart and everything. So it was fun. It's good to be back.
It's been a while since we've seen the Brooks Bombers in action specifically. What's the vibe around the team this season? Maybe some of the expectations that you and the boys have?
Vibe's nice. Like, we got a good crew here, and everyone, it's just everyone's getting along and stuff, so it's good. And for us, expectations, we're hoping to change that, kind of get a winning season in, and kind of show the league how we're gonna compete this year.
It's been a long time coming for this team after not playing since 2019 with the pandemic. Your hometown boys. So what's the vibe around the community as you talk with friends and family, getting baseball back at the field?
Right. No, it's really good, and especially being around here, I think that's what Brooks kind of missed here in the summers. Was a little boring around, nothing much to do with COVID, but now that baseball's back, I think everyone's enjoying it, and they love coming down to the field.
Coming back to the field, obviously very special for you as well. I wanted to get into sort of the journey over the last few years specifically because you've had some major hurdles to overcome, including shoulder surgery. Walk us through the injury first off. What happened and when did you realize that something might have been up?
Right. Okay. So out of high school, I was playing with the Bombers that 2019 year, and then I think it would have been like the 10th game in. I led off with a single, and then I dove back into the base, and something just popped out, and wasn't too nice. And then I kind of just took a couple months off, and then we were short guys in August because they were going back to their schools or whatever, so I had to play. And then I was committed to Okanagan College there, and so I went there, and the coach knew my situation, so I was balling out because I wanted to see if I could start or whatever. So and then we get there in October. We're playing just some fall ball teams or whatever, and same thing. I'm on second base. I dive back, and it just completely obliterated. And then I had to go to the hospital, get put under, and put back in, and then we went to Vegas in February of 2020. And then that's when I kind of noticed like something's not right because I started to throw and nothing felt right. And then after that, tried to get an MRI and didn't get an MRI until later that August. And then I went back to Kelowna on the drive, and that's when I knew it was torn. And then surgery was another whole year wait because of COVID and everything. So I didn't get surgery until last May. So yeah, it's been quite the journey, but yeah, we're slowly easing back to it.
Talk us through the rehab process and what it was like having to, first off, go through the surgery, but then try to, get back to some sense of normalcy again.
Right. So after the surgery, I was in like this wicked shoulder sling. Like it had like a pillow ball, like and everything. It was pretty sweet. And then it was really a weird, like just to think how like I'm going to throw again because you just been like so immobilized for that long, and it's just wow. But after that, then the rehab process, I latched on with a good rehab facility in Medicine Hat there, and they were awesome. We got after it, but like once a week, I would head out there and they would show me new exercise and everything, get ready for baseball and all the throwing processing.
I mean, with a break of an ankle or a leg, I know talking to, say, receivers in football, when they have that happen that first time where you go for a jog or maybe you make a cut and you're kind of worried, it's a little sketchy because you're sitting there going, am I going to break this thing again? Is it the same kind of feeling for a shoulder when you grab that baseball and go, I hope I don't throw it right into the ground?
Right. Yeah, it's sort of the same. Like it's like I said, it's a little nerve wracking because you don't know, like you don't want to re-hurt it by throwing or whatever. But I don't know. It's been good. I haven't been like throwing too hard. I just try to keep it easy, slightly get back into like long toss, throw it up, just stretch those muscles out, get them working again in that similar motion. So.
Mm-hmm. Are you starting to feel a little bit more like yourself again, or do you have a timeline on when you'd like to get there?
Yeah, we're slowly like what was it? Would have been on our Sunday game against Lethbridge. I was playing second, and I had a double play ball to me. And when I threw it to first, I was back to my habit where I would go drop down, throw sidearm, and that didn't feel too nice. So I think I want to say middle of June here. I kind of want to start amping things up and get back and throwing normally. So.
Mm-hmm. From a mental perspective, what was the last couple of years like for you? Because there's obviously the physical drain, but I'd imagine emotionally and psychologically it had to be a bit of a change of pace.
Right. So, yeah, it was a lot of up and downs. Like with COVID and everything, I'm sure everyone had their own mental problems or whatever. So for me, it was just like what I wanted to do in school. I just questioning myself if I'm going to play baseball again, how long is it going to take and stuff like that. So just, yeah, I really had to push myself through it and stay in good shape, go to the gym and everything. And like, not do anything stupid and re-hurt my shoulder and all that stuff. But no, those are the challenges I was facing. I was happy I overcame them and I'm here now.
Mm-hmm. Did you kind of take advantage of the situation to a certain extent, find that opportunity where you're able to maybe take that bit of a breather almost? Because sometimes when you're playing sports, you get caught up in it and you almost drain yourself out. Did it provide you a little bit of a break or a much needed break, or were you really kind of going, let's get back at her as quick as possible?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Like obviously the break was nice because it was just baseball, right? So, no, it was nice to have a little break and kind of just realize like, okay, what do I want to do? Like if I don't pursue baseball, like, right. And kind of have those life decisions, but no, it's then the other part of me is like, hey, I want to get back on the field. Like, let's get back to work. Let's go.
Anyone you leaned on during the course of the rehab process, the surgery process, the whole nine? I know you talked about going to Medicine Hat, but were there people around you that were able to kind of help you navigate through such a crazy time in your life?
Yeah, like my dad was, he was pretty helpful there. He had to help me with some workouts and kind of get me back in the gym and kind of what workouts I needed to do, get me in shape and what I could do with my shoulder, right? So no, he was really good, and then kind of helping me out with that. Yeah, I guess my mom was kind of helping me out with the school aspect side and like just the life, and so no, just both my parents, they were really helpful for me.
Have you had a chance to think about sort of your expectations for this summer and beyond? Have you thought about whether it's specific stat goals or games played or any of those kinds of things that you kind of have as goals that you want to set by the time September rolls around?
Right. Yeah. Like I haven't thought about it too much because like I haven't seen like live pitching for a while. So like I know it's going to be a struggle at first, but obviously I want to have a couple of games played, like more than what I had in 2019, and then hopefully shoot for over 300 average, right? Just set some small goals and then work towards it. So that's kind of, I'm hoping to just progress from here on up.
hmm One of the things that I thought through as you're answering these questions is we focus so much in my questions on the throwing aspect of it, but when it comes to the batting aspect of it, being your throwing shoulders, probably your back shoulder when you're hitting, how was that impacted by the surgery, and how have you been able to adjust or make changes to make sure that you're not feeling any discomfort that way?
Right. So actually, my throwing shoulders, I bat left-handed, so it's
Oh,
on my
okay.
front side. So it was like that was the one thing that it couldn't hurt. Like if I wanted to, I could have played first base or DH, but that's kind of not my style of play, right?
hmm
So no, the hitting side wasn't really much of a problem, but just trying to get that opportunity to see live pitching and stuff was I was kind of short opportunity that way. So now it's nice to get that opportunity and kind of ease back into it.
Great to hear that you're back on the up and up here. Let's go back in time a little bit here, Dax, and talk a little bit about your upbringing in the game. Who introduced you to baseball in the first place? And maybe even more interestingly, did you fall in love with it right away?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was my old man. He got me into ball at a young age. But first, I started. I was on skates first. I was a hockey guy before, and then baseball just kind of took over when I was about 10 years old, and I was just after. Like I played growing up, but no, since 10, baseball just took an uprise, and I kind of just found passion and took off with it.
What was it about the game that really attracted you to it?
I think it was just the teammates, the vibe, and everything. And obviously, I was pretty good at a young age, so I kind of liked winning and stuff like that. So,
What was the turning point for you when you said, you know what, this is, like you said, it was about 10 years old, but was there a specific moment or a time where you went, okay, hockey's all fun and games and that, especially we talk about Alberta being so hockey centric, and here you are trying to chase a baseball dream.
right. So it was actually my grade 12 year. I was playing AAA hockey in Medhat, and then I was also playing summer ball with the Vauxhall Spurs there, and it was just getting too much travel and stuff. So parents sat me down and said, "Hey, you got to make a decision." So that's when I was like, "Hey, I'm doing baseball for sure." So that was when I kind of took the decision of where baseball is going to be my future.
Did you realize right away that this was a game that was more than just fun, or did you know right away that you wanted to chase a college dream? Walk us through sort of your game planning that way.
Right. So, yeah, I knew I wanted to pursue and go there for college because just inspiration from my dad and what he told me when he went down to Mayville. So that was kind of my goal, is not necessarily go there, but just kind of almost follow his footsteps, right? So
Kind of crazy to think about how much traveling that you must have put up with while you were a kid as well. I mean, you talk about you're playing ball in Brooks, you're playing ball in Vauxhall, you're playing hockey in Medhat. Like, you probably put in your fair share of miles over the course of your young career.
yeah, no, I owe that all to my parents. I got to pay them back here.
We talk about influential people, and your parents are obviously front and center, but coaches, teammates, people who've helped along the way. Tell us about some of those people who've really helped guide you through your younger years.
Right. So just coaching Brooks and with our high school team, that was all my dad. So we already touched on him and all the inspiration he gave me. But no, another guy who helped me was our Bombers coach in 2019, Kyle McKinnon. He was through the injury and kind of just guiding me in where I wanted to go. He was really helpful too. And then even our coaches this year, they're really good. They're pushing me. They want me to go places and stuff like that. So it's really helpful to hear that.
To this point, any favorite memories or moments on the field?
Oh, geez. Right now, I want to say this is my first home run here with the home crowd. That was pretty cool, especially it's my second game in, and I get one out, and just the love I got from the fans and everything was something you can't forget.
I can only imagine. Going back to growing up for a second, did you have a favorite team growing up or a favorite player that you always idolized?
It's kind of funny because it's kind of not really my position, but it was David Ortiz. I just loved his swing and just the Big Poppy nickname and how he just crushing home runs. No, he was my guy.
Very cool. I get the feeling that you're kind of that guy for some of those young kids growing up in Brooks thinking, hey, I could be that too. When you get to be able to give back to that baseball community as home, what's it like being a bit of a mentor for those kids coming to games now and maybe asking for an autograph or a picture for Instagram or whatever the case may be?
Right. No, it's really good to see. Like, I hope this, like, people can just like look at that and be like, hey, we can play baseball here with the Brooks, and just kind of be that inspiration for a little kid, right? And say, like, you can work hard, don't give up, and you can you can be a bomber one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, that's what I like, right?
Absolutely. Well, speaking of the future now, what's next for you? Once the summer's out, do you have game plans already in play, or are you kind of taking it day by day just to make sure that the injury plays out the way that it does? Or walk us through sort of what your mindset is heading into the next 12 or 24 months.
Right. No, I'm sort of, we're day to day right now. Nothing planned so far. I'm still uncommitted, but I'm hoping the summer is a little stepping stone for me where I can latch onto a school, wherever it be, and find the right program and get after it wherever I go. So that's kind of my plans right now.
Off air, we were talking about the off-field aspirations as well. You've dabbled around with different educational possibilities. Walk us through some of those ideas that you have in your head as far as, things that you'd like to study maybe down the line.
Right. So at first, when I was in Kelowna for 2 years, I was just taking general, and mainly all science stuff, which I really enjoy. But then I went into education to be a teacher at Medicine Hat, and I really enjoyed that, just to be inspiration on kids' days stuff. But also, I do like that kinesiology side, where be like a physiotherapist, right? Because I've been around it for these last 2 years. But those are kind of my goals.
Very cool. A couple more questions for you here, Dax, before we let you go.
Yep.
Both of them are standard questions for us. You are that hometown kid, as mentioned, and you get that opportunity to chat with the kids after games and go back to schools and that kind of thing and talk to those young kids, maybe 12, 13, 14, who are just starting out on their baseball journeys. What kinds of advice would you impart on them? What kinds of key messages would you send their way so that for those who are maybe looking to follow in your footsteps?
Right. No, I would say just get extra work and find the right people. Get your inspiration, right? So it's like, for me, is like winter ball was key. Just like, especially with our Canadian winters, right? Mm-hmm. You can't really go outside, right? So winter ball was key. Get that extra work and get the right people, and then don't give up, really. And whatever adversity comes your way, just throw it to the side.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And you certainly have done that in spades. One final question for you here. It's the one we ask everybody. What does the game of baseball mean to you?
Oh, everything. It's life. Lifestyle, I love it. Can't give it up, especially what I've been through. So, no, I've really enjoyed it. It's everything. That's what I said. I love it.
Loved having you on the podcast as well, Dax. Congratulations on all the success you've had to this point. Glad to see you back on the field as well. Continued success this summer and beyond. Yes. Thanks again so much for joining us here on the podcast.
Yes, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks again to Dax Wandler for joining us this week, and thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. If you haven't already, leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app to help spread the word about us. We'd also like to tip our caps to our Platinum supporters for all they do for ADS and baseball in Alberta. The Okotoks Dogs are the cream of the WCBL crop so far this season, posting a 15-5 record through their first 20 games. Check them out at dogsbaseball.ca. And AHP Academy is powered by Absolute Human Performance, hoping to get athletes not only to move on, but to excel at the next level. You can find them at ahpbaseball.com. Until next time, thanks for all of your support, no matter the platform, of Alberta Dugout Stories.